Good morning. I just finished baking our breakfast egg muffins over here. These are the Asian style ones. In this video you're gonna find 4 different versions that resulted of our 3-week cookathon, you could say. Dave, Kat and I, we spent loads of time actually trying and eating egg muffins, and well, we came up with 4 that are really excellent. First, it's the bell pepper spicy. Second, it's the Italian style. Third is the high protein smoked tofu. And fourth is the Asian style breakfast egg muffins. Here you can see with some sweet and sour sauce and some soy sauce. If you want to see how to make these recipes, then just stay with the video. These ones are called Italian style breakfast egg muffins, and I'm going to make 6 of them. So it's going to be half a 12 slot muffin tray. First in 3 sun-dried tomatoes in oil, chopped. Next, 2 cherry tomatoes, finely chopped as well. Then we have 1 spring onion, finely chopped. Now we're gonna add 3 eggs. Roughly half a handful of chopped basil. Now let's add 1/4 cup or 75 grams of feta. I've crumbled it and you can definitely be generous with it. Okay. And lastly we have half a teaspoon of salt. Now give it all a good stir. Mash the feta a little. Alright, so this looks excellent, and now we just have to put this into the muffin trays. First we have to grease the slots with some olive oil. That prevents the egg muffins from sticking to the tray. And now I just use a normal tissue to spread it evenly in the slots. Okay, this looks good. In with the batter. This looks evenly spread out. I also think it's a good idea to add some water into the empty muffin slots. The reason is this muffin tray then will stay longer a non-sticking muffin tray. So there's lots of discussion about it. Some people say it's just bollocks and you don't have to do it. That's a waste of time. Others say, yeah, it's quite important to do it, otherwise it will dent and the non-stick part of this muffin tray will be gone. And I think they are right. Before I had a similar muffin tray and I didn't treat it that well. I put it into the dishwasher and I also didn't add any water. And sure enough, after a couple of uses, it stuck as glue. Really it did. And it was quite annoying to use. So this one here is much better. I'm very confident that these will not stick and that I'm going to have this muffin tray for a long time. Okay, so this goes in for 20 minutes on 200 Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit. See you in 20 minutes. The moment of eternal breakfast glory has arrived. Or crushing defeat, depending if they stick. They definitely look beautiful already. Let's see how they do. Oh man, lucky me. Non-stick muffin tins for the win, really. Here they are. Italian style breakfast egg muffins. Enjoy! I call these ones bell pepper spicy breakfast egg muffins. We are going to start with half a bell pepper, diced, 1 spring onion chopped, roughly half a handful of spinach chopped, 3 eggs, half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of grated cheese. You can use cheddar or Gouda and be generous with it. Alright. And lastly some hot sauce. I'm going to use half a teaspoon here because that's definitely hot enough already. Now give it all a good stir. Okay, that's beautiful. Let's get a muffin tray. That's looking good, and now in with the butter. Excellent, so this goes into the oven for 20 minutes on 200 Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit. Alright, see you in a moment. Alright, 20 minutes are over and the moment of truth arrived. Oh yes. Greasing, that's where it's at. And not, oh dear. And not putting the baking tray into the dishwasher. Alright, check this out. Isn't it beautiful? I'd say it is. Bell pepper spicy breakfast egg muffins done. Enjoy! This one's called smoked tofu breakfast egg muffins. Let's start off with about half a leek chopped, 1 small onion finely diced. Next in goes 80 grams of smoked tofu, or roughly 3 ounces. So that's roughly half of this pack here. Next we have 1/4 cup of grated cheese. I use Gouda here, but cheddar is also very nice. Now we need some salt, about 1/4 teaspoon or half a teaspoon. You decide. I go for 1/4 teaspoon now. And lastly we need 3 eggs. In they go. Alright, now give all of it a good whisk. Alright, and now it's muffin tin time. Okay, beautiful. Now in with the butter. These go in now for 20 minutes on 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit. See you in a moment. The moment has come. Same as every morning, really. Alright, this looks excellent. Yes, they turned out very, very good. Smoked tofu breakfast egg muffins. Done. Enjoy them. These ones are called Asian style breakfast egg muffins, and we are going to make 6 of them. Let's start off with 1 spring onion, finely chopped. 4 tablespoons of peas, they can also be frozen, that's no problem. This is half a medium carrot, grated. Next we're gonna go with 1.5 tablespoons of sesame seeds. So that's 1.5. Here we have now 1 thumb of ginger grated. It was more or less this much. Now we add 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. So this is 1 and a little more. Alright. And this here is 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now the time arrived for 3 eggs. Cool, that's all the ingredients. Let's stir this thing here. Okay, that's beautiful. Time for the muffin tray. This looks good. Alright. Great, that's it. This goes in now for 20 minutes on 200 Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit. See you in a moment. Okay guys, so these Asian style muffins, they tend to stick slightly to the pan. So if you want to get them out, let this cool for about 3 to 4 minutes, then they're definitely slightly firmer. And you can then tinker a little bit with a fork or something wooden, ideally, not something like this, to make sure they loosen. And then they are just fine. Alright, this turned out very satisfying. I've added a bit of soy sauce here, and this is sweet and sour sauce, and I think that's the best way to have these Asian style breakfast egg muffins. Enjoy! Alright guys, so that was a hell of a lot of breakfast egg muffin cooking in the last couple of weeks. We're super curious which version you like the best. Is it the Asian style, or is it the Italian style? Is it the bell pepper spicy, or maybe even the high protein smoked tofu breakfast egg muffins? Let us know in the comments below, we are curious, and then see you in the next one. Bye!